the recently highly concerned XPeng G7 Extended-Range version. Today, we also have the opportunity to test drive the actual car. Today's video we will focus on the intelligent experience of the cockpit, the new car machine version, driving experience, and energy consumption information, to take a comprehensive look at this XPeng G7 Extended-Range version. What is its product strength? Extended range version of the model is now equipped with the latest 6.0 system. There are quite a few upgrade points for this system. First, we return to the main interface and find that the animation effect has become more exquisite. Even if you zoom in now, you can see the pattern on the tires. And this drag includes this rotation. The overall smoothness is still very responsive. Continue to zoom in, and you end up with something like this from above. Then this interface is the vehicle according to the sensor to perceive the current environment information, such as how many cars are parked nearby, including whether there are people ahead, there are obstacles, animals, etc. At this interface, if you're driving a car, it gets a little more nuanced. Especially in the navigation and SR interface, its overall color and modeling will be more detailed and more delicate. And what impressed me the most was the moment NGP is turned on, there will be a very cool transition effect making you feel like you've entered a sci-fi world. This still gives people a strong sense of ritual, so this system has a key word to express is integration. Everyone knows the previous XPeng system. Below side is the shortcut bar. The same is true for the new system, but unlike previous versions, it will take extra bold and logo. This time it basically integrates with the main interface. This sense of boundary is erased. We click on an app, see how it opens. It floats to the main interface from the remote. The content of the main interface remains unchanged. Again, we can do a pretty smooth left-right slide. If we swipe to the rightmost side, there is a small box. We let go and it slides to this screen in the back row. The interaction between the front and rear rows is very smooth. There is another praise, it's the first shortcut function on my right. When I click it, its overall logic is very similar to a phone, which integrates 4 commonly used car control functions. The first interface is the rear view mirror adjustment, HUD adjustment, headlights, etc. Some functions that were not easy to find before. The second steering wheel, as the name suggests, it's about dynamics. Fan is an air conditioner. The front and rear rows can also be adjusted on this interface. And the third seat, it integrates the ventilation, heating. 3 main core functions of massage and location are integrated into the same interface. You should know that for many new energy vehicles, these 3 functions of the seat may be placed in several different corners, or even hidden in a 3-level menu. So the difficulty of finding them will increase, learning costs will also increase. For XPeng, its operation is very intuitive and fast. It's the same as the operation logic of a mobile phone. Speaking of mobile phones, this new version it has also made progress in the field of hand-car connection. First, it has carried out in-depth cooperation with Vivo's debut in addition to mapping the phone screen to the car. It also adds AI screen recognition function. Let me give you an example. When you receive WeChat while driving, then little p can be recognized by image recognition to understand the received WeChat content, and give you a hint through the car machine. If you want to reply to WeChat, you can also reply directly through the little p. Of course, I know people must be worried about safety. This series of operations all run on the local side and will not go to the cloud data. Don't worry too much about safety. Finally, it's about entertainment. Tencent Cloud Gaming is also available in the new version. Cloud gaming in the past, the operation experience is not very good. It will be very laggy. Tencent USB flash drive has many servers across the country, so you basically go anywhere. The connection is very smooth. In the process of actually experiencing it, I feel its operation is similar to the local running experience. In terms of content richness, it has a few arcade games. It even has popular AAA games. Black Myth Wukong. Play a high frame rate AAA game directly on the in-car system. I think for young consumers, is still very attractive. This XPeng G7 Extended Range version, beyond a 1.5T range extender rated at 110 kilowatts of peak power, it is equipped with a rear-mounted motor with a maximum power of 218 kilowatts. Its pure electric range can reach 430 kilometers, and a combined range of 1,704 kilometers, which is quite an impressive number. Making it the longest comprehensive SUV model in the world. The hardware configuration of the chassis, it also uses a front double wishbone and a rear 5-link, and it is standard with variable damping shock absorbers. On the structure and configuration of the chassis, it's basically the same as our test drive some time ago. The extended range version of the P7 Plus remains the same, so the driving experience is also quite close, but because the motor power of this car will be more, so it gives me the acceleration sensation the G7 will be more intense. We have also taken the G7 before, did a comparison test with the Mercedes-Benz GLE chassis, because this G7 has variable damping shock absorption plus the AI intelligent chassis adjustment. So its overall performance in terms of comfort, it does a pretty good job. When seeing some potholes and bumps ahead, its chassis can make some pre-adjustments. That's because this car is designed with family use in mind. Even if you put it in the hardest sport mode, its comfort remains online. And in Q1 next year, this car will also use OTA to push the tire burst stability function. For extended range vehicles, there is another point that everyone is very concerned about, is how about its NVH performance is, especially after the range extender starts, how noisy the car is. Today we are testing this data. We came to a highway. We're currently cruising at 100 km per hour, right at the speed limit. Let's measure when the range extender is started now, what the NVH level in the car is like. As you can see, the measured score is 59.9 decibels. What does this mean? It's basically the same as the volume of normal conversation. Now we switch to pure electric priority mode, range extender is now off. Let's test how its NVH level is again. We keep the speed at 100 km per hour. The final test result is 58.2 decibels. Compared to 59.9 decibels when the extender started, probably increased by less than 2 decibels. As far as my human ear feels, there is basically no significant difference. Sometimes I wonder if the supercharger is running now. Still need the off and on buttons in the dashboard to tell whether it is running or not. For those who are particularly sensitive to noise once the range extender kicks in, I think the extended range version of XPeng G7, the control is still quite good in NVH control. Through today's all-day test drive, I have a deeper understanding of this G7 Extended Range edition. Let's summarize by the dimension at the beginning of the video. First, in terms of systems, it still has a lot of upgrade points this time. In addition to having more features, the details will be more refined. I think you can look forward to the 6.0 version of OTA. In terms of dynamic driving, the overall tone will be more towards comfort. If you are a home user who values comfort more, then I think the performance of this G7. It will definitely meet your expectations. In terms of energy consumption, our mileage today is about 110 kilometers. It's basically about 80% city driving and 20% highway. The display power consumption is 10.4 degrees, and the fuel consumption is only 2.4 liters. For a mid-sized SUV like XPeng G7, I think this energy performance is really surprised. And there were 3 of us in the car. And the air conditioner comfort equipment is all on. So I was quite surprised to see how we could do this. It can keep the cost of using the car low, and get rid of range anxiety. That's probably why extended range models are becoming more and more popular. Overall, I think XPeng G7 Extended Range Edition, a model at the same price, is quite capable of competing. So if you're also considering an extended range SUV, priced around 200,000 renminbi, you should wait for this XPeng G7.